Alright, what's up guys? So, Ray, I knew she was gonna do a video talking on this situation. I think she said that she was like working on it or something like that. I just remember it was like I think I did see in the last previous video she said she was gonna be working on this. So yeah, let's go ahead and check it out. Videos out the real truth about David Dobrik. Man, a lot of people they are just so there's people that do like his last apology. They just wasn't feeling the first apology. And I thought the apology video was good. Like I didn't see anything wrong with it, but even people was like commenting underneath my video and was like mad, I guess, about the apology. And I'm like, damn, what more do you want from him? Like, he apologized. Like, that's honestly, in my opinion, like, that's really the only thing that matters. Like, you acknowledged it and you feel like sorry for it. Like, I don't know what more you like want from him, but it's like, I mean, I'm saying like I don't know, like I guess he could do what Logan Paul did, because I know Logan Paul, when he did that Suicide Forest video, he was like, he did like a thing where he was like going out talking to people that was suicidal to understand, and I'm pretty sure David Dobrik has done that. And he might Logan Paul, I think I heard he did donate to some organizations. I don't know. Or did I say Logan or David? Anyway, but no, Logan Paul, he donated, but David, I guess, can do that too. But I don't know, like, what more do you? Even then, people are still gonna be mad at him. So, anyways, yeah, let's go ahead and get into this video. But make sure you guys go subscribe to my good friend Ray. She always kills it with videos that she does. So, anyways. I seen this stuff getting posted this morning. I was like, uh-oh. It's like some stuff about to go down.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is the long-awaited video on the David Dobrik situation. A lot of you did say that you wanted a summary like with the James Charles drama, so here it is. It took longer than expected, but here we are. Hope you like it. But before we dive in, make sure to subscribe to this channel and give this video a thumbs up and comment your thoughts down below. It really helps to push this channel on the YouTube algorithm and create more content, so let's get into it. So much has come out on this situation, and I'm sure you're probably familiar with it already, but if you haven't kept up with it, or if you've watched a few videos and you're not sure what else happened, this video is for you, covering everything that has come out so far on David Dobrik. We've partly covered a few of the subjects in regards to David and his content, people coming out with their stories and how David has affected them. For example, Seth, Big Nick, and Trisha Paytas, just to name a few. You can watch my last video if you want more details on that, or just for a quick recap. But to give you a brief overview on that, basically through the past month or so, people have started to dig into some of David's old content, and they found quite a lot of insensitive jokes, stereotyping people, and overall his behavior is seen to be problematic. Later on, Seth, an ex-member of the Vlog Squad, came out with his sexual assault story and shared it on the H3H3 podcast. He had previously shared it on his own social media platforms last year, and only now people started to take it more seriously due to more things coming out on David just now. It involved him being pranked by David Dobrik and Jason Nash without his consent to kiss Jason dressed in a gorilla costume. Both times Jess thought it was a female. He consented to that, but it turned out to be Jason, and Seth was really not okay with that. It boils down to Seth wanting to resolve that issue privately, but due to David not responding to him or taking down those videos, Seth had to go public about it. We know that Trisha also has had her beef.
So my thing is like, you know, it is overall messed up what happened to Seth, but I'm like, you can't trust situations like that where it's like, why I gotta be blindfolded to kid? See, because my thing is like, I've been questioning that from the jump. Like, why am I being blindfolded to kiss somebody? Like, that something don't seem right there. So I'm like, I would have realized something wasn't right, and I've been like, nah, something crazy about to happen. So
Bit of the Vlog Squad. She has expressed her thoughts and opinions on them before, but no one really took that seriously then. And now that more people have been open to share their experience with the Vlog Squad, people have been more inclined to see Trisha and other sides on those issues. Big Nick, like we mentioned, also had issues with David constantly making insensitive jokes about him and hurting his reputation. All of those instances have in common that these people thought that—
how did he hurt his reputation? Like, I never, my thing is like, look, because I did like like realize like, you know, Big Nick's no longer a part of like the vlogs anymore. But I don't feel like that like overall ruined this. I feel like if all right, maybe I should just stop myself before I say something that might offend some people. But I'm like, I personally don't think his reputation was ruined. I'm like, I don't know, like if it was because of the jokes, like nah, bro. It's like my thing is, it's like if you're an entertaining content creator, and I was talking on this, like, you know, like that's what's on my live stream. But I was talking on like, you know, if you're an entertaining content creator, then overall, like, you know, people are just gonna subscribe to your content and stuff. So, however, I don't know, like, I'm not trying to be like a fan of like David Dobrik, but I'm like, I never seen, you know, I don't know, like maybe there's just something that I'm missing. If so, then obviously it'll be talked about in this video or maybe the next video. But I'm like, I didn't think anything different of him after he left Vlog Squad. Pretty much what I'm trying to say, but
Okay with that treatment at that time, but later on realized that it wasn't okay and they wanted certain things not to be included in David's vlogs. But David would refuse and instead offer money rather than resolve those issues or stop putting those things in those videos. Out of all of this, now we have members
it's like,
of
yeah, money, it's like, you know, money can't solve everything. It's like it gets to a point in time where you're like you have to take like you have to like think of it as like, okay, what if money wasn't involved? Like would I still like try to offer out, or like then it's like then at that point in time, like you got an addiction. You gotta work on that. So
Vlog Squad come out to side with David, and David briefly addressed everything that has been going on. An insider article covered the problematic things David has been exposed for, as well as there may be possible lawsuits and illegal stuff, including minors and underage drinking. So let's get into it. Something that we didn't cover in the last video on David was that Scotty Sire, a member of the Vlog Squad, came out with a video where he was taking sides with David. He said that Seth gave permission to David to post those 2 prank videos and even gave permission for a 3rd prank. He inserted a video of the text messages between David and Seth, which included a voice memo. Here are the messages and a video of David going through them.
This is a text from Seth from about 2 years ago. And then he sent me this.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's not really a big deal. I mean, it's the same. Just, I don't know, more open-minded.
In these texts, Seth said,
and I guess like I guess like to side with Seth, like if I'm gonna be, you know, side, like I guess that maybe at the time, like, you know, he overall was just like, oh, like I just said that because he was scared or didn't, you know, really know how to react. And it's like you being Seth, like trying to compete with somebody like David Dobrik, it's like you know, at that point it's like, you know, if you're just trying to make a living, you're just trying to make a living and stuff. So but I just think that, you know, you should set like standards, you know, for yourself and just be like, hey, like I'm not gonna be doing this weird stuff on camera. So it's like my thing is, it's like it's okay to like speak up for yourself, and especially in a situation like this where you're surrounded by content creators and they want you to do things. It's like if they want you to do things that you're not comfortable with and you tell them that you're not comfortable, and they're all like, oh, just like, no, you're in the wrong group and you need to find a different group to be in. So
thinking about it, I'm down for another kissing sketch. I don't really care as long as you clout me up. I'm not gay, just don't care. Initially, Scotty's video got a lot of positive feedback. People commented that Seth was just coming for clout, but once the video got more views by people that are not his audience, the opinion shifted. People thought that David made Scotty do his dirty work and clean his name. They questioned why David can't apologize or address this on his own. However, Scotty also mentioned in the video that Seth shared or reposted a video of Erin, another member of the Vlog Squad, where she was naked and drunk and said the N-word. By the way, she has made an apology video about this and addressed it.
I think I think I remember seeing that somewhere. I was like, cause it was I just seen it like I think on Twitter, and I was all like, dang, really? I'm like, huh? I was all like, I don't. All right. I mean, like, hey, that's the thing though. It's like I can't, you know, when they stir up like them old videos or something like that of a person, when they're like, oh, they or old videos, tweets, posts, whatever, and it's like of them like in a point in time where it's like, okay, like, yeah, it's like they were, you know, like dumb-minded at the time, and you know, really wasn't thinking, and probably wasn't thinking like, oh, I'm gonna have this like big giant platform where kids is gonna be watching too. like, I can't be mad at a person, you know. I can't be mad at them for that. It's like, as long as they apologize and they feel bad for what they did, I'm like, okay, then that's all that matters, you know. Like, but I ain't gonna hold that over their head, being like, oh, remember that time when you, yeah, it's like that type of stuff. It's just, you know, I don't really care for it. So, and it could be anybody. It doesn't have to be anybody from vlog. It literally, this happened with so many different people where they tried to stir up like tweets, videos, posts, whatever about them. And I'm like, hey, look, if they apologize for it and they feel bad for it and they're not actively doing that stuff now, that's all that matters, all right? So
Scotty and other people as well have said that this is revenge porn since that video of her was shared without her consent. Which, by the way, I think Trisha had also retweeted that video on Twitter, and other T channels have talked about this. Seth, on the other side, has said that he shared the blurred version of that video and it's not considered revenge because that wasn't the purpose of it, as well as the nudity in it was censored. Then Trisha came out to talk about Scotty. She posted 2 videos on him. Meanwhile, he didn't mention her once in this. The videos in question are RE Scotty Sire victim blaming, plus being an all-around dumbass, and part 2, David Dobrik is a coward. Trisha basically said that Scotty was not around to see what Seth went through, he doesn't know what happened, and also that he is biased since he's still friends with David and the rest of the vlog squad and he is part of them. She said the same things on her Instagram stories. Here is some of it.
Scott Sire just did a video being David's puppet once again. David's in the video showing him screenshots and text and voice memos from Seth. David, if you had the energy to do that, don't have one of your little puppets cult followers do it. You do it yourself. You're the one who caused the damage. You're the one that caused the hurt in so many people. Scott wasn't even there. And these voice memos prove absolutely nothing other than Seth just rolling with the punches. He was trying to make a living. He was trying to do something. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter when you say it. When you say you're uncomfortable, stop it. Don't even try. Don't even try to victim shame thing. And to go along and saying like, oh, David's so sweet. He would never do anything. And someone told him not to do something. Bull. He put in so many of my incidences that I told him not to put into the vlogs. You know what you could do at the very least, David? Say it wasn't cool what I did to Trish, Big Nick, Seth, whatever. Just say it to your fans so they stop harassing, because now Scott is perpetuating that it's totally okay to do it. All the little David stands being like, yeah, you're right, Scott, you weren't even there, but yeah, you're right. Like, this is the problem. There is a big article coming with so many more people exposing some really serious allegations, just as serious as this, and y'all are in for a rude awakening.
He launched his app Dispo yesterday, which is basically like Instagram, but the idea is that the pictures can't be seen until a day has passed. So people were frustrated and started giving bad reviews to the app.
I downloaded that app. That app is kind of weird. I understand it. Like, I did post a photo, but I was like, I didn't understand it. I haven't really been checking that app lately, but yeah, I get, but dang, it's like they giving the app bad ratings, man.
David, here's some of the reviews. First of all, the app is not even good. The pictures don't even look like disposable photos, and waiting till 9 a.m. the next day is not even a like to having to develop the photos in real life. It's just annoying. Second of all, the founder is a horrible person and has done many bad things and refuses to take accountability for his action. He treats everyone around him as disposable. Like, it's not that hard, just do it. I'm disappointed in the app. It's full of glitches. I'm also disappointed in how David is handling these sexual assault allegations. Pretending that it didn't happen doesn't make
That's the thing I never understood, like, when they go to, like, different, like, if it's, like, the videos, then I'm like, okay, it's the videos. When other things start getting involved, like, that's why I'm like, it just doesn't, I don't know, maybe if it's, like, social media or YouTube or somewhere, alright, then, but it's like an app, bro, like, I don't know, I guess, like, overall, like, you could, like, vary with, that's what I'm saying, like, people, it's like, just make videos or tweets and post about it. It's like, I don't think people are really going to, you know, when they're downloading these apps, they're not going into the part to look at the reviews to see, like, oh, the founder of this app and the stuff that they're going through and things. Like, yeah, I mean, like, you know, it is messed up, like, what everybody is going through, but still, it's just, you know, people ain't going to the app this, like, you know, for the review section for the for this, like, so
go away. Scotty also took down his video where he came in defense of David and the vlog squad, and he posted an apology on Twitter saying, "Hi again. First of all, I would like to apologize to anyone who feels as though I disrespected or invalidated their story. That was never my intention, and I mean that so sincerely. I let emotion get the better of me, and I chose my approach and many of my words poorly. I chose to make the video and share my opinion. I expected it to be analyzed and picked apart, but I did not expect it to hurt so many people, and so I've made the decision to remove the video from my channel." And a few days ago,
you say what?
Decision to remove the video from my channel.
Peace and love. You didn't choose wrong. You ignore it. Pranks. motivated pranks, so I can barely even read some of that stuff. Alright, but
And a few days ago, David finally came out with his apology. It's important to mention that he sort of apologized last summer on an episode of his podcast Views, but very briefly, and it was mostly about the insensitive jokes in his videos, and not a lot of fans knew about him addressing what people tried to hold him accountable for, which was racist jokes. Liza Koshy was also part of those videos, and she addressed them. But back to his recent apology, once again, it was not on his main platforms, such as his main YouTube channel or any of his social media platforms.
People were stripping off of that. I was like, I mean, I guess, like, you know, people are gonna talk on it, and it's overall gonna be seen a lot. But I think, like, you know, it being uploaded to his main channel, like what he did with the second apology, it's like, yeah, more people are gonna see that and pay attention. Because it's like, think about it, when you did that breakup video with Liza, like, you didn't put down the Views channel or David Dobrik too. Like, no, you put down the main channel. I think he did put it on the main channel. So yeah, it's like people are gonna be viewing it from the main channel, not from like any side channels. But
2 minutes and 30 seconds, it barely scratched the surface, and people were outraged since it's titled Let's Talk. But the video has its comments off, and you can't see the like to dislike ratio. David mentioned the Seth situation, and he just said sorry. He didn't even acknowledge any of the things Seth talked about. And he also mentioned really quickly that he had distanced himself from some ex-members of the Vlog Squad, in particular Dirty Dom, if you remember. But if you don't know, there are accusations of Dom engaging with minors, taking advantage of fans, and etc. David talks about wanting to make people laugh, and that's the most important thing to him, and that he does take consent very seriously when it comes to what he puts out on his channel. He admits that he has made mistakes in the past, but tries to learn more from them. And David also said that he took some videos down that do not represent him anymore, and he finished off by saying that he thinks actions speak louder than words, and he's sorry to his fans for disappointing them, and he will try to be a better person. But a lot of people dislike the way he handled this. First, just because it took him so long to address things, and second, because, like already mentioned, the apology was on a much smaller platform of his, which aims to reach less people. But since David has been a hot topic this past month, a lot of people are now aware of what's been going on, and he failed to have less eyes on him with hiding the apology in a way, if that makes sense. And lastly, this video has its comments and likes turned off, which automatically means that he's afraid of the backlash, and people are going to come for him on other platforms to express this opinion. He literally did the worst thing.
My thing is, though, it's like, that's the best way to, like, talk about it, though. Like, to go out on your platform and talk on this situation. That's why anything that goes down, I'll always go to my platforms. I'm like, okay, because I'm like, my thing is, like, if I leave a comment, then the comment could get taken down. If I make a tweet or an Instagram post, that stuff could get taken down. But my video, I'm like, if it's me talking on the situation, I'm like, that can't get taken down. So, and I'm like, and I remember, like, back years ago when I got into it with that racist YouTuber Minnesota boy, the situation, it was like I was able to talk about it on my own platform. It's like, yeah, if I went to his video and was leaving comments, he had deleted them. So I just went to him. I was just like, any comments I'm gonna make, I'm gonna say it on my channel. So
the big no-nos when it comes to apologies. That is definitely not the way to go, since he tried to shut down all of the attention on him, but the outcome has the complete opposite effect. So people literally proceed to other videos commenting saying, POV, you're here because David's apology video and the comments are off, so you came here. Another user said, I can't believe somebody I used to admire could turn out to be who you really are. How could you do that and exploit sexual and cover up the rape of someone? It's so utterly disappointing. Instead of blaming your issues on those around you for once taking accountability for your vile and hurtful actions against those who trusted you. Let's Talk proceeds to turn off comments and like to dislike ratio. And the situation with Dom that we mentioned also includes David, allegedly. An insider article came out on David and the members of the Vlog Squad, and apparently, not confirmed, don't sue me, at a party at David's house, there were girls under the drinking age, which is 21 in the US, and David wanted to encourage them with alcohol to hook up with Dom. Again, can't stress this enough, this is all alleged, I was not there, so please don't come for me. There is also a vlog of that situation. Trisha even talks about this in the latest Frenemies episode. She said that she was present at that party but left early, and she confirmed that David tried to give alcohol to these girls, and that's why she left, because she was so uncomfortable. And she also said that she hadn't spoken of this and other people's situations that people have come to her with, since it's not her story. But due to her being present partly at that one instance we're talking about, she said that she would...
I heard sorry to get like off topic, but I heard Jeff was on like the Frenemies podcast, and they said that he just was like it was pretty much just like a big mess up for him. Like he got up there and was, I guess they was asking him like hard hitting questions, and he didn't overall know how to answer them or some stuff like that. Overall, it was messed up for him. But anyways,
cut those girls if they needed to. David's lawyer also made a statement to the Insider's article, and he said, "Anyone who knows him knows he does not condone misconduct in any form. Vlog participants provide consent before anything that is posted. Whenever consent is retracted, posts are removed. Any insinuation of wrongdoing is inaccurate and defamatory." Though this statement is in regards to whether people want something to be posted or not in particular if people want to be a part of something or not. Now, back to the Frenemies episode. I feel like in every single video we reference the latest Frenemies episode, but yeah, anyway, Trisha asked Ethan if she can talk about what she was told indirectly from David's lawyers. Since she's also mentioned in that Insider article, they asked her to comment on what David's lawyers had stated. At first, Ethan was like, I think it would be better not to say it publicly, but he said, you know what, go on. He also expressed that he isn't afraid of David and said something along the lines of, go on David, sue me. And back to Trisha, she's also claiming that David's lawyers are discrediting her as a reliable source. This being due to her stalking, harassing, and bullying David and Jason online. Oh, and her having history of mental illnesses. Trisha said that it was hard to read that, and she goes on to say that they described her as violent and that she has been defaming David and Jason's character. Trisha admitted to crashing her car into Jason's home in May of 2019, but it wasn't really into his home, and then she didn't go on into any more details, which is like, what? Ethan was like, wait, you drove into his home? And she went on to say, well, not exactly. I threw a brick through his window though. Trisha also mentioned she was never really violent towards David. Ethan finished this by saying Trisha didn't defame them in any way. If they have a problem, they should go and sue. Clearly, both Trisha and Ethan are not afraid of any legal action. And here's a little.
It's like the thing is though, like, once again, not trying to be like a fan or anything. It's like I mean, because I just more so if I were to see it from like a point of view where I'm like, if somebody were to just set this stuff in front of me and tell me like, hey, these YouTubers beefed, and I'm seeing David just posting these videos of him just having fun with his friends, and then I see her posting these videos where it's like she has problems with Natalie, she has problems with David, she has problems with Jason, she has problems with Jeff, she has problems, you know, and I'm like, because I think it was like the one time when she went off on Natalie for some reason, and I'm like, what did Natalie do to you? Like, I guess I can understand maybe Jason because that's your ex, and maybe David because that's your ex's best friend, but I'm like, literally the assistant, like, what did she do to you? So that's why it's like, you know, it comes off, it's like, you had like an issue with these guys, like you had like a legitimate issue with them, and it wasn't no situation where it's like people went to you for information on them. Like they just went to you because it's like, oh, you were talking badly about them. And it's like, you know, that's why they call it tea. That's why they call it beef, drama, you know, arguing, fighting, all that stuff. But it's like, yeah, it's like, I don't know. Me personally, I wouldn't have went to Trisha to figure out anything about Vlog Squad. I'm like, I would have either did my own research or found like other people or things to talk, or articles or something. But I'm like, I personally feel like, yeah, Trisha, she might have like talked on some things, but it's like that stuff is like being buried like with all the like beef and problems and drama and hate that you got towards them. Or maybe if it ain't hate, but it's like you got some sort of hostility towards them guys. So it's like that, you know, the actual factuals is getting like buried by that stuff, man. But anyways,
montage of other people saying things about David before all hell broke loose.
So much about David, but he always get, like, I could be wrong, but my radar flicks up a bit. I kind of got the same feeling about him as I got Logan Paul when he was, not everyone hated Logan Paul. Like, don't get me wrong, his videos are really entertaining, but he always gave me that weird, like, wait, how's he able to get away with all these? Like, he's doing so much weird. Like, if I did that, I'd be canceled. If I did that, I'd get canceled. How is he doing it? What is that magic sauce? Actually, by the way, did you guys watch that prank he pulled on Seth?
What? Which one? Which one?
It's actually the most insane I've ever seen in
Is
my
it-
entire life.
is it
It's the
real?
most
Is it
insane.
real?
Yes, it's real.
Wait, Jason pulled a prank?
No, David on his buddy Seth.
Is
Have you
Seth
seen-
the guy they make do stuff?
No, I don't think.
They make
Okay,
him jump off of stuff and hurt?
No, that's Jonah, I think.
I don't like how they treat that guy.
Yeah, I haven't really watched any of those ones. The ones I've seen are the ones they make Jason make out with Seth, but Seth doesn't know that it's Jason. He thinks
Wait,
it's like the
what?
girl. Yeah, it's happened twice, okay? And so, and
That's
every
terrible.
time like
Is
Jason will like
Seth
take
gay or something, or like-
No, he's
Okay.
not. And so like Jason will take off his mask or whatever, and he's like, what the?
Wait, like
made out with a dude.
Wait, what the? Like, wait, they actually make out?
Yes.
That's what I forgot. I have security cameras everywhere in my house. Yeah. So I went on and I looked at the time when David, Corinna, and Jeff were on the studio.
And you could hear what they're saying.
I could hear what they were saying.
I remember this.
One of them, Jeff was caught on camera. Someone like Instagrammed him and he was like making fun of me and my mistakes, my controversy. Jeff, what's good, bro? Then you text me the next day and you say you want to go running Canyon or you want to box sometime? Like, please come over and we can handle this. Like, men, instead of coming on at my house on my podcast and talking. And David too, bro. Like everyone has these internet personas, but they come to my house in real life and the blatant disrespect right in front of my eyes, like, but also behind my back. I don't like it. I feel like this is another one of those sparring things. Like where we entered onto the episode after he sparred and he just hates everyone.
No, I think you're offering like a really valid point. Like, why are people coming into your house?
It's like freaking kids and Alvin and the Chipmunks. I'm trying like not to smile or laugh, but it's like it's just weird. Because at first with PewDiePie, I was just like, why does his voice sound like that? But then I was like, then seeing the corner, I'm like, okay.
Respecting
I get
your
it now.
set and what you've done, I get it. A lot of it is for the content, and that's part of their life. That's part of what they do. But when it comes down to like you're pulling up the same thing over and over and trying to, not only were they doing that to you too. What I actually thought was really up was they talked to Hayden. Like they pulled Hayden aside, and the only thing they said to him was, I'll let you say it, I don't fully remember.
David goes, oh, you edited this for his video. Like, David, shut the up, dude.
Yeah, I remember that video. Because that was like some stuff that was going down where it was like Logan Paul and David Dobrik was beefing. And I'm like, what is going on? Like, dang. But yeah, man. David, he's going through some stuff, bro. I'm like, dang, that's, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's like you just sitting, just watching his videos, chilling, and then all of a sudden, all this stuff starts going down. You're like, man, like, what, what is happening right now? But anyways, yeah, I hope and pray the best for everybody. Until then, I will talk to y'all later. But I do plan on reacting to part 2. So guys, make sure you go subscribe to Ray for more videos like this. And yeah, make sure, I didn't even say that in the beginning of the video, make sure you subscribe to, of course, this channel, Hot Tea, her personal channel, Ray Rahimi, and her business channel, Build Your Pocket. Go subscribe to them, go show them love. Like, subscribe to me too, and I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching, and peace.